Hello, my name is Rob Boyle. I will be hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2023, starting the 3rd or 4th week in March. So I'm looking very forward to that. A lot of people have asked me about my gear, what I'm going to take. I wanted to make a quick video to answer folks' questions and let them see what I'm taking. So I'll start over here. First thing, I'm going to be using a Gregory Zulu pack. I think it's close to 3 pounds, maybe a little over, or a little under. I had a Paragon 58 that I used on the Camino de Santiago, 500 miles across northern Spain. That is slightly too small to fit everything I want to carry on the Appalachian Trail, so I'll be using the Zulu 65 on the Appalachian Trail. Okay, so that's my pack. My pack cover would be a Z-Packs pack cover, and it does fit. I have put it on with the pack loaded. My sleep system, I will be using a hammock. I will be using a Dream hammock. I'm not sure which one, but it is immensely comfortable, and I'll have it in a little dry bag when it's in the pack. I'll be using a UGQ quilt. That's here in the dry bag. It's a 20-degree quilt. I think I had a little overstuff put in it. It's got a sewn foot box and the buffer at the top. And then I've got a UGQ underquilt that will go underneath the hammock, and it is also a 20-degree, and it has the barriers at the end as well. I will also be using the hammock gear, Dream Palace or Palace with the doors on the end. I've added a bit of rope to it, so it's heavier than spec weight, but I like it. And I will be using the groundhog style stakes. I can tell you the groundhog stakes are better than the imitation groundhog stakes. So that's what I'll be doing for sleep system and shelter. The stake bag, I had bought an ultralight stake bag. It already has a hole in the bottom without ever making it out on a trip. So I think I'll be using the thick nylon stake bag. Oh, my suspension system for the hammock, I've got in a mesh bag and intend to carry that in the mesh on the outside of the pack. I have a Nemo tensor pad. The thing with the hammock system is you won't be able to sleep in the shelters because you don't have a pad. This weighs about 1.1 pounds, but I'm not going to start out with it. Figure the shelters will be full at the beginning of the trail anyway, but I may have it delivered to me later so that I can sleep in shelters when I want to if I'm willing to carry the extra pound. Okay, so if we move on to cook kit, chokes, 900 milliliter pot, got the Pocket Rocket MSR, and a little 110 gram fuel system. That all goes in here, goes inside the Tokes bag, and there's a big lighter there to light it. So that's what I'll be cooking with. For my water system, I'm using the Sawyer Squeeze. I've got the backwash accessories there. I've also got this CNOC outdoor bag. I really don't like squeezing from one smart water bottle to another, so I might use the bag at times. I'm starting with 2 smart water bottles. If I find as it becomes summer and I don't like just having the bottles, I want the Camelback bladder, I'll add the Camelback bladder to my system. So that's what I'm doing there. I think I might have covered everything. I'm bringing a very small Swiss Army knife. I did not put it out on the table, I apologize. I think it covers my cook kit. I guess I've got a Packet Gourmet Cozy Koozie for keeping my food warm while it hydrates. I gotta admit, when it comes to this titanium spoon, I really like the polished bowl. I've used both, and I like the polished bowl. All right, so I think that's my whole cook kit. If we go to hygiene, you can see my hygiene setup is over here. I've got a number of medicines. Some are personal medicines, some are just ibuprofen and stomach medicines. I've got some Band-Aids, some spare Ziplocs, sun cream, allergy meds, contacts. I've got Body Glide to prevent chafing. I've got a little calmoseptine. If chafing happens, it helps little 1/8 ounce packages. It helps cure them. Got a little bit of moleskin. I've got leukotape, got earplugs, and some other allergy stuff, and Neosporin. I found on the Camino de Santiago, Neosporin was truly a blessing. So I recommend it. In hygiene, I've got toilet paper. I've just got the Deuces Spades. This might be the heavier one. Yeah, this is the heavier version of the Deuces Spades, not the little 0.6 of an ounce one. But that works fine when you need that. I think that does it. Yeah, I've got a toothbrush, toothpaste. That's my hygiene setup. Clothing, and I did put together a lighter pack on the web. I'll share it down below. I will say I'm way too heavy on clothing, but I'm going to start as shown here. And as I move on, I'll get rid of clothing as I'm comfortable doing so. My daily wear shirt will be just an REI polyethylene shirt. And then I have a long sleeve polyethylene as well. One will be in the pack, or two will be in the pack. One will be on my back or whatever. For sleeping, I've got their mid-weight long johns, both a top and a bottom. That's what I plan to use to sleep. My kit will go inside of a dry bag. I wasn't planning on using the big garbage or the compactor bag. I actually got dry bags for everything. If I find out that doesn't work, I'll just go back to the compactor bag or garbage bag. As far as socks go, I'm using 2 pair of Darn Tough in the bag, a pair of Injinjis in the bag, and then my actual worn clothing is over here. My bag will have 2 pair of underwear in it. I'm taking 3 pair of underwear total, 1 worn, and I use the Ex Officio boxer briefs. My warm weather gear is a Wolex wool. It's not the hoodie, it's just the shirt. I really love it. Used it on the Camino. It gives you a lot of warmth. I've then got a puffy, which is just an Eddie Bauer $35 puffy from Sam's Club. Hopefully that's going to do. If not, I'll have to bulk up on the jacket. I have a buff if I need a buff. I've got booties to sleep in. My biggest fear for the beginning of this trip is the cold in March and April. So I've got down booties to sleep in, and I have a down hoodie for whenever I need it. And a little baggie that the booties and hood fit in. I have a spare pair of pants. I gather this is controversial, but I was planning on having 1 pair of pants that I'm wearing and 1 pair in the bag. That's what I did on the Camino. On the Camino, you want your clothes a little cleaner, so it might have made sense. We'll see if I send a pair of pants home fairly quickly. I am carrying a towel. For this one, it's just one of those REI camp towels. It's a little bigger. On the Camino, I carried a thinner little chamois towel, and honestly, I found this to be a little inadequate. Wasn't way happy with it. Warm weather gear, I just had a pair of cycling gloves that seemed to work pretty well for me on the bicycle, even in the rain. I'm going to start with those, and if I need to buy overgloves on the way, I'll have to buy overgloves. I'm going to be wearing Ultra Lone Peak 6s, I think is what I'll be wearing. This is just an older pair of 4.5s. Just set them out to remind me. And then I will be carrying camp shoes. I know camp shoes can be controversial as well. I'll be taking a pair of Crocs as camp shoes. So this is my day of wearing clothes, same stuff I've already talked about. For rain gear, I've got an OR, very lightweight OR rain jacket, and then I'm just using the Frog Togs rain pants. I cut them to my length, no hem, no anything, just a standard OR, I think it's helium. I've got sunglasses, prescription sunglasses. Most of the time you see me on the trail, I'll probably be in glasses, not contacts, although I am bringing contacts. I've got an OR wide-brimmed hat, wore it on the Camino, works really well in open sun, works really well in the rain, but I'm a little torn. I'm not sure that that's the only hat I want. I might bring a trucker cap just in case. believe my sister-in-law for Christmas got me a hyper light wallet, so I'll be carrying a very lightweight wallet. And then I bought the Hilltop Packs food bag. Got this pack with about 4.5 days worth of food right now, and the bear hanging kit. So I will be using that. I would absolutely love to take the bear canister. I've used the bear canister in the Sierra Nevadas. I've used it in Boundary Waters and Quetico. I love having it as a seat, but you know, in the Sierras it's required. In the Boundary Waters and Quetico, weight isn't really an option. The canoe does most of the work when it comes to weight. So I'm going to start without it. I've seen too many articles that say, you'll send it home. I found in the Boundary Waters when I was doing the hangs, I got lazy and just didn't hang it. And so I feel like with the bear canister, I would at least use it, but that's not how we're going. For trekking poles, I'll be using Foxelli trekking poles that I got off Amazon. They're fairly lightweight. I used them for training, and then I used them on the Camino until I left them next to a restaurant door and walked off without them. And I really like them, so I'll be using that. As far as electronics go, I've got a Galaxy S22 for my phone. That is a little heavy and big, but I'm going to carry it. I've got a NB10000 battery bank, power source. I've got headphones. Forget what they are, but I think they're Jaybird earbuds. I've got 2 cords. These are both 6 foot. I may change one down to a 3 foot or shorter. I bought the Anker 30-watt charger. I really like this thing. I've seen a lot of comments that you want 2 connections on it, but it's so fast. That's what I'm doing. I've got a luxury item, which is a little gizmo to hang my phone from the line inside my hammock. So if I want to watch a video or something like that in my hammock, I've got a gizmo to do that. I am bringing a Garmin InReach Mini. Well, I don't expect to need it for emergency purposes. It's there. And I do have a few friends that will actually go to the website and see where I am. They did it when I was on the Camino, so I'm carrying it again. And then I show a Petzl Tika Plus headlamp. This headlamp has started to use batteries too fast and starting to flash intermittently when it shouldn't. So I ordered an NU25 rechargeable headlight that I'll be using instead. I hope to later do a food video to show folks what I've done for food. I did dehydrate a lot of my own food, and I hope to start mid to late March. See you on the trail, or if you're not hiking, I hope to make a few videos and send some pictures so you get to follow me on the trail. Thank you.